Y'all, I have battled the beast this weekend. I'm going to tell you all about it. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you're new here, I've been on my keto weight loss journey for 2 years, struggling to lose 100 pounds. I'm about 90 pounds lost, and I am just trying to figure it out like everybody else. And recently I have been doing protein sparing modified fasting. I decided to take a week off of tracking, weighing, measuring, and fasting, and just live my best keto life, which was what you saw in the last video. But I do want to talk to you about the weekend. So we ended up going out of town, and I allowed myself one day to just completely be off keto. It worked for the month before. I allowed myself one day. We ended up going to have sushi, and I was able to get all the things I hadn't eaten in 2 years. And it was very, very satisfying. And then, of course, I was up, and then, the whole week or so, or 2 weeks or 4 weeks, was a struggle in trying to get that weight off. But I allowed myself one day to just completely be off keto, eat non-keto foods. And I figured, I battled the beast at that moment, because normally when I would get off keto, I'm spiraling downhill, and it's not just one day, it's a weekend, and then it turns into a week, and then I'll just start fresh the following month. The next thing you know, I'll just wait till the new year. It's really, really easy for me to rationalize that kind of behavior. So this weekend was a little bit different, because since I was successful last month in being able to do one meal and then just jumping right back on, I found myself battling the beast this weekend. And what I mean by that is, so Saturday was the day that I allowed myself to be completely off. We were out of town. It started off with IHOP. We'd gone to IHOP, and I already knew that this was going to be an off keto day, so I specifically were looking at things that I can't have normally on keto. I wasn't going to get eggs and bacon. I wasn't going to get an omelet. It was either going to be pancakes or waffles or something like that. I didn't take pictures of any of this. I don't know if it was more out of like, why do I want to document a day off? But I now, hindsight, I probably should have shown what I did order. I did order chicken and waffles at IHOP. And of course, there are these like chicken strips and a big old huge waffle that's cut into 4s. I only ate 2, so I ate half the waffle, and I ate the chicken strips that were breaded with the syrup poured on top. So that was my non-keto breakfast. Then I had nothing until it was dinner time. I guess keto breakfast is about 11:30, so almost like a lunch. And then dinner. Dinner again, we knew that it was going to be an off keto day, and I wanted to relish in that. And it's so funny, because one of the things that I remember craving in the very, very, very beginning when I first started keto, because Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich, and I was like, man, I want to try it, but I can't because it's not keto, and I'm not going to allow myself any cheat days. So I hadn't done it forever. And I remember mentioning that to my husband on Saturday, but I'm like, God, we have no time to even get a chicken sandwich day, because we're doing IHOP, and then we're going to dinner before our show Saturday night. So it was kind of like limited on the amount of meals I can eat on Saturday. So we ended up at an Italian restaurant Saturday night, and I ordered, because that's where you're going to go if you're going to go off keto, either sushi or an Italian restaurant. And I ordered what I normally would order at Italian restaurant pre-keto, which was fettuccine alfredo. Now these days, if I was to go to Olive Garden or some kind of Italian restaurant, I'll get the fettuccine alfredo, but I'll ask them to sub broccoli for the fettuccine noodles. But since today was an off day, or that Saturday was an off day, I had the noodles, and I had the bread, and I had the glasses of wine, and we had fried mozzarella sticks as an appetizer, and I think I had a little cup of tomato basil soup, like all the things. I walked away from that table so stuffed, beyond belief, bloat stuff, like, oh my God, like all night long. I was like, I'm so full, because I ate beyond satiety. Like I did not just stop when you're full. Old habits die hard. I stopped when I was stuffed and when the plate was clean and there was nothing else left to eat, right? Which is, old habits, very, very old habits that I had. A clean plate club. And when you serve yourself nothing but junk and you're a clean plate person, obviously you're going to be overweight and obese. And so those were the habits that led me to where I was in the beginning of this journey at 265 pounds. But the beast came the next day. So in my head, I was like, God, I never got that dang chicken sandwich from Popeyes. And it's Sunday and I've been keto all day today, but maybe I should just allow myself one more off keto meal. And I'll start fresh tomorrow. And I was battling that because I'm going, God, this is literally the same behavior that I had done in the past. In fact, I was like, well, maybe I can just kind of sneak off to Popeyes, grab a chicken sandwich when nobody is looking, so I don't have to report to anybody, have it, get rid of that craving, be done with it, 2 years in the making, and then just start fresh on Monday. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I really had it in my head that's what I was going to do. And I was like, wow, this is literally the same destructive, food disordered pattern that I had in the beginning. Like literally I was driving in the direction of Popeyes. And I was having this, like, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? Am I doing this? Am I not doing this? Battle in my head until finally I was like, you're not going to do this. Because this is the same behavior that you've done before. It's not like Popeye's chicken sandwich is going anywhere. If you desperately need another off keto day, you have allowed yourself one day last month and one day this month. So next month is a new month. So I pushed it. And let me tell you, like, that was super hard to do. And I was like, wow, 2 years in battling this food addiction, this like overeating and secret eating and cravings. And I'm sure the night before of being off keto didn't help with the cravings on Sunday. But, it was really eye-opening for me because it was like, okay, if I had given in to that temptation, then I'm no further along than I was day one. Why is it so hard to talk about? It's crazy. But the fact that I decided not to do that, not go through the drive-through, made that decision in that split moment of, this is something I'm not going to do, I felt like I defeated the beast. I knocked him out in a moment where I felt like I was about to get knocked out myself. So I ended up going to the grocery store instead, and I ended up buying a couple of ribeyes and some zucchini, and we made this amazing dinner together, me and my husband, and we kept it keto the rest of the day. It was very profound for me, that moment of weakness, that moment of old habits of, well, let me just do it and it'll be 2 days off of keto and what's the big deal? I'll start fresh tomorrow, we'll keep it moving, it's okay. But that secrecy, that moment of justifying, let me just get it, nobody will know, I'll satisfy that craving and move on and nobody will be the wiser. That moment of trying to rationalize that thinking is what's like, wow, 2 years of living this lifestyle and being healthier and better, I thought. It's like a drug addict, people. It's like saying, I've got control of it now. I can't be tempted anymore. And then somebody says, hey, do you want this drug? And you're like, okay, let me just try one just to see if I, am powerful over it or powerless. And that moment that you decide to see again if you can have it, and then the next day justifying it, well, let me just have it one more time. And the next day going, well, you know what? Let me just give myself this week to enjoy it, and then I'll start fresh. That justification. It's like, that was my drug. That in that moment I realized, well, shoot, it wasn't that I ate too much or I ate the wrong thing. It was I literally had a problem with food and with making the wrong decisions and justifying them in my head. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to pop on to say, like, I felt like literally I went into battle this weekend and I freaking killed the beast, at least in that moment. Maybe I'm not saying I'm never going to face the beast again, but I know that if I do, I'm stronger than I thought I was. And that's huge. So just wanted to pop on and tell you that, because there's going to be moments where you feel like you're powerless. You feel like you can't do it. You feel like you want to justify getting off plan or having this or that. Like, you really are stronger than you think, and you can battle the demons. You can battle the beasts that tempt you. So I mean, I still can't believe that I didn't go. Like, I was driving there. I still can't believe I didn't go. And at the moment when it counted, I made the right decision. And I'm back on track this week. I am doing protein-sparing modified fasting every other day this week. I'm giving myself a little bit of freedom than I did the previous 4 weeks. I'm not stressing so much about 10 total carbs. I'm allowing myself to at least go to maybe 20 total, not net, total carbs. And my fat, if it does go up above 30 to 40 on those protein sparing modified fasting days, that's okay. So I'm allowing myself a little bit more leeway than I did the previous 4 weeks. So I think this will be a good week. I'm just happy, guys. I got all choked up. But I'm just happy that I had the strength to battle it. Wow. Okay. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and going on this journey with me, because like I said, it's been a roller coaster these past 2 years, and it is a journey. It's an ongoing journey for the rest of my life that I'll have. Whether I hit my goal or I don't, whether I'm always going to be 5 or 10 pounds away or, I surpass it. So it's all part of my journey. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to do that now. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you battle any demons on your journey. I'd love to hear how you overcame them. Post it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.